Hello, everybody. Happy New Year. I hope you're all ready to take your trading to the next level in this trading year. In this trading year, we'll be having a lot of exciting programs, a lot of exciting videos prepared for you guys. So be subscribed, join our free Telegram that's linked in the description. You don't want to miss out on anything. With that being said, welcome to today's video. Where in this video, we're going to go over a few currency pairs I have on my watch list, see how they're going to be playing out in this. I'm going to start on a very high time frame. As you can see right now, I'm on the 3 months. So basically the analysis I'm going to give will actually cover a very long term, probably the whole year. So if that sounds interesting to you, stick with us until the end. Don't forget to like this video, share with a few friends that you believe will find value in it. Let's get into it. Now, we're going to start off with DXY. Let us start on the biggest probable time frame there is. So this is the 12 month. Clearly we can see from here, we had a high, we had a low, lower high, lower low, right? As you can see, this low closed below these lows. And then prices here are creating some kind of a new lower high as they failed to break this high and then got a very strong rejection here. And then last year also prices gave us a very strong rejection, engulfing the previous candle totally, right? So I do believe we might be seeing prices keep on being bearish in this. This is a 12 months. So in this year, we might be seeing the dollar keep on dropping unless a huge fundamental, something huge fundamentally happens. That's what I'll be looking at, right? Now let's move to the lower time frames. Obviously, we can stick with 12 months. Now, here is 6 months. Now, in the 6 month time frame, we can see after that crazy rejection, prices then tried to push higher. Then the last quarter closed with the third quarter last year, prices became crazy bearish. Third quarter prices have just been kind of created an inside doji after touching the third touch in this ascending trend line. So I am still bearish biased as this bearish momentum is too crazy, very, very strong. And you can see it clearly on the 3 months. You can see prices. This bullish pressure is very weak. This bullish pressure is very weak and it cannot keep on pumping higher. As you can see, these candles have very strong rejections on the upside. That indicates a weak bullish pressure, right? Now, if we switch on the 1 month, what we can notice is, first and foremost here, prices bounced off the 0.71 Fibonacci key level, which we will be talking about. But for now, let me remove. Now, we can see here on the 1 month, nothing really changed. Same bias. On the weekly, we can see prices were ranging in that inside candle. So the most important picture is here on the daily. Now, if you zoom in on the daily, we can see prices have just been creating lower low after lower low after lower low and lower high after lower high after lower high. Obviously, for most of us, which I know we are swing traders and day traders, the daily trend is very important. And the daily trend is bearish right now. However, does this mean that the trend has already started? I wouldn't say so. And here's the reason. If you look at 4 hours, for instance, you can see prices have broken this descending trend line. So that means prices still have a little bit of bullish pressure. And you see the way it closed below this low right here. It's only wicks. That means the whole bodies were rejected. That means they didn't create a new low. Now, that's a problem. That means there is also a weak bearish pressure, right? So prices must go and look for the bearish pressure. Where's the closest structure where prices can get the bearish pressure? If you look at this structure right here, I do believe prices will be retracing until they reach on this support structure here. Okay, we have to engulf this right here. So I do believe here's the move that's gonna play out. Now prices have just rejected here. They will come and look for the bearish pressure here. And then from here, we will be seeing prices start the bearish move ultimately, right? This is the monthly trend. So I do believe after they get this bearish pressure from here, prices are most likely going to break these lows, break this trend line, and keep on being bearish from there. Now, currently, obviously, this is the daily time frame. So if we go to the lower time frames, the 4 hour, we will be looking for that move right there. So that's what I'm anticipating to see in, first and foremost, this coming week. That kind of that bullish pressure, obviously. And another thing, guys, I will be updating you always on the free Telegram. Again, if you're still not in it, be sure to join. Be sure to join right there. The link is the first link in the description. I will be sending daily updates as of this year, right? So for instance, right here on the 4 hour time frame, I will be sending how it's playing out so that you can know how to capitalize on it. I won't be sending signals. I will be sending the ultimate direction like this with explanations. So yeah. Now, how will this be impacting the other currency pairs? Obviously, we see it has a direct correlation with Euro USD, which is inverse. So if the DXY is buying, most of the times the Euro USD is selling and vice versa. Now we see that on DXY, prices are most likely going to start buying. So that means on Euro USD, prices are most likely to be selling. And as you can see here, it's on this resistance structure. This is the daily. That was the rejection. This is the 4 hours. Prices are in here right now. So I will be looking for prices to do that. And then look for some kind of a retracement before you actually keep on selling for this coming week. That's what I'm anticipating on Euro USD. We got GBP USD right there. Same thing, same thing. I'm looking for prices to start selling, Obviously, we are trading the higher time frame counter trend, but from the daily, is the daily trend actually we're trading the 4 hour trend, I believe. So it's a counter trend, which that implies it will be kind of a risky move, right? And then from here is where we will be looking for prices to take off, right? So that's what I'm anticipating on GBP USD. Let's talk about gold. With gold, this is also inverse to the US dollar. However, it's not always correlated, right? So the dollar might be shit and gold will still be pumping. You get? Actually, it's actually inverse correlated, but then the gold sometimes, as you can see here, gold was very bullish. But if you look at the dollar, it was kind of ranging. And then we had that bearish drop, right? So it's mostly correlated because it has the dollar in it, but it's not very, you can't really rely on the correlation. So for gold, I mostly advise you just analyze it on its own, as its own, without really correlating it to euro, to the DXY like we do with Euro USD and GBP USD. That's the main just structure that we have right now on 3 months. However, if we go to lower time frames such as the weekly, we can see we have a lot of structures in here that are very important. So for instance, with gold, always trade with the trend and always just follow what the prices are doing. So here we see prices is very bullish. The trend is very bullish, and mind you, this is the daily time frame. So I am always going to be looking for bullish trend trades in this trend right here because bullish gold has been going crazy. Um, so right here you can see prices they're losing momentum as they came back on this trend line here. And still haven't broken below these lows. Yeah, would you agree? So the trend is still clearly bullish, right? For me to be looking for any bearish trades, I want to see prices first break these lows here, this low here, yeah, and which will also result in breaking of this ascending trend line. And then once that happens, I will be looking for prices to drop maybe until 4,000. And then we are going to be looking for buy trades again because the trend is still clearly bullish, right? Now, what goes up must come down, I know, but then whatever comes down with gold at this moment, it's most likely a retracement. So this is the place we have a support structure here. So should prices uh, break this structure right here on the lower time frames, the sell setup will be until 4,000 right there with where there is a sweet structure, and then from there we just take off. So with gold, that's what I'm looking for from the daily time frame. So obviously you have to again get the signal on the lower time frames. Let's talk about USD JPY. USD JPY, USD JPY. So with USD JPY, let me talk about it when I'm talking about JPYX, which is the next index that we are talking about. So with JPYX, you can see prices on this support structure. And the last 2 weeks, prices have created a doji, indicating a lack of momentum. And this structure wasn't tested from July, so it is a very strong structure. I do believe prices will give us some kind of a reaction from it. Mind you, this is the weekly time frame, so I do believe prices will react from it to at least this structure right here. This structure right here. So I do believe prices will be bullish with JPYX. So it's very solid, nothing to really throw us off. So this structure right here, I'll be looking for confirmations with UJ to get some kind of a, rejection. Now, same thing with Euro USD and CAD JPY. CAD JPY, prices have already started breaking lows. As you can see, this low here was the most recent low. Prices already broke that. So right now it's up here, right? I do believe prices will be reacting from there. Where are we aiming for? Somewhere right here. So I will be looking for a reaction from there. However, you can see prices have already started losing momentum. Around 0.71 to 78. Okay. So on the lower time frames, if prices break these lows here, you may start looking for trades, sell setups. So if prices do break here, you may look for a retracement and then look for sells in case prices don't reach here. But once prices reach here, you just look for your confirmation and you take the trade. But if it rejects or it starts selling from here, you have to wait until these lows are broken. the trend has to change. Never trade against the trend of the 4 hour. You can trade against the trend of the monthly, weekly, because the trend might have a counter trend that will give you a lot of pips. That's a very high time frame. But 4 hour, don't trade against that trend. It will always bite you in the A. So most likely the retracement will be until here, break, retracement, and then continuation. But obviously, we'll see how that goes. Um, that's what's going on the daily. Now, between CAR JPY or between the JPYX and the DXY, I am more keen to be trading the DXY because it's more clean. It has been ranging for a while, but the logic behind it's more clean. However, if we do get an opportunity on JPYX pairs, obviously we will still be taking them. So that's just what I'm looking at to see how the markets will be reacting as a first week in the market for 2026. If you enjoyed this video, kindly give me a like, subscribe, and share with a few friends that you believe will also find value in this video. Till next time, guys, appreciate you all. Cheers.